All right, the president's acting DHS secretary is going to Congress tomorrow. The message is simple. He's begging both sides to do something to help take care of the flow and the kids on the southern border. Take a look at the reality. We get this video from them, groups of more than 1,000 migrants at a time. You see them coming across. They're not making a run for the border. They're expecting to be detained, okay? This is a sight you see often. Adults carrying kids on their backs. Are those their kids? Are they somebody else's kids? Whatever. They're kids coming across that way. And then when they get here, not an easy trip, right? Medical treatment, different types of maladies, a safe place to sleep, and often the resources are exhausted. The head of DHS is here tonight to make the case to you. Kevin McAleenan, welcome back to Primetime. Good to have you. What is the reality that Americans need to know?
Good to be with you, Chris. The reality is that we have an unprecedented humanitarian and security crisis on our border. 144,000 crossings last month. We had one day with 5,800, and then you see large groups like that group of 1,000. That group was made up entirely of people from Central America, Guatemala, Honduras, and El Salvador, 900 members of family units, 60 unaccompanied children, and just a few single adults. That highlights the crisis right there.
So you're getting it both ways. Because from the right, we'll get to the lawmakers in a second. I'm just talking about political perception. From the right, well, they're all gang members and druggers and killers, so I don't care. I don't care about what's happening there. If you can't take care of them, good. That's on them for coming. How do you deal with that?
Well, that's the border security aspect of the problem. It's not just families and kids. We also have 35% of those crossing that are trying to evade capture. Hidden within that group are single adults that might have a criminal record either here in the U.S. or in their home countries. 17,000 last year. We're seeing more this year. 808 known gang members. And more importantly, we have drug smugglers using the families and kids as a diversionary tactic to try to bring their poison across at the same time. So it's a complex, multifaceted problem, and we absolutely do need action from Congress to help us address it.
Then you get the other side who says, but the president, now you have to, now that you're in charge, you got to own some of the politics. He misled us about what I call on this show the brown menace, that these are mostly kids and the people bringing them, and we knew it was going to be like that, and he didn't prepare us for that, and the fence was never going to be a fix for that. So this is what he gets. Now he's got to pay the price himself. How do you deal with that?
Yeah, I don't think that's a fair criticism. We absolutely have drugs coming across. We have gang members. We have security risks to our communities that are coming in this flow. But yeah, we have a current crisis with families and children.
They are the majority of who's coming across, right?
Exactly right.
Right, and that was the deception. You don't own that. You've never made that